Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. So I just wanted to check in with all of you about the development of a central idea using theme. I know it can be a little bit of a complex situation, particularly if you're not here with me practicing, so I can talk to you, face to face and kind of get it ironed out. So just a few things I wanted to go over with you. I haven't checked directly any of your theme or central idea practices in classroom yet. So I wanted to go over this with you regardless of how you may or may not have done. And I changed the due date too, so you can go back in and edit if you feel like you need to based on this discussion. So a couple things. What you want to avoid is, I'm not looking for you to identify what you think the biggest or most important theme is. A theme is just one word, right? So take a look. Oops. I'll use identity just because it was at the top of our list and comes up an awful lot. So if you wrote something like the biggest theme of the Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian so far is identity, you're too narrow. Okay, it's just a word. So what we want to do is to take that word and ask ourselves, what might the author be trying to say about that theme, about identity? What is the main point Sherman Alexie is making about the idea of identity? And because that's really broad, a broad theme, you could go in any direction as long as it's supportable with information from the text, okay? So another really important note about central idea is that it is never plot summary, okay? So a really good tip for avoiding writing plot summary accidentally in your central idea is to avoid any plot identifying terms or words, right? So I would leave junior or reservation, terms like that out of your central idea altogether. So a good test, and this is just theoretically you could grab a stranger in the hallway or in the street. Also, don't talk to strangers or grab people in the hallway or street. This is a theoretical practice. And say, hey, did you know? And say your central idea. And they'll say, wow, that's really smart. You're really smart. You gave me a lot to think about there, right? Versus going out there and saying, hey, did you know the biggest theme is identity? And then they'll be like, you're a crazy person. What are you talking about? Or, hey, did you know that Junior struggles to find identity? And they'll say, who's Junior and why are you talking to me? Okay, so that's like the theoretical test. So again, if you look up here, we're asking ourselves, what is the author trying to say? Main points about your selected theme, and it can be anything. It doesn't have to be identity. And then you'll write that in a sentence or two, and then you'll support it with information from the text. So going further, if we scroll up, let me make my screen a little bit larger. Let's take a look at some student example central ideas. Number one, you have to take risks, and they may mean losing everything you know and love to have an opportunity for yourself. We've got a little typo there, no big deal. Syntax, so the sentence structure, this one is a little bit off, but the idea is there. They might have instead written something like, you have to take risks in order to have an opportunity for yourself, even if it means losing everything you know and love. Let me keep going. Number 6, this one's pretty solid. So this one is an example too of how it can be kind of a simple sentence, but encapsulate a really big idea. Your identity is not only how others perceive you, but how you perceive yourself. Now, you could say that to this, theoretical stranger, and they'd be like, wow, that's really smart. Yeah, it's true. And it's also provable by the text because Junior, his identity is wrapped up in how others see him, but even more so in how he sees himself and how he suffers from like some pretty low self-esteem on account of the fact that he believes that, that he's stupid and ugly and poor because he's an Indian and that he deserves all of that. So this is kind of something that informs his identity in a negative way. Alexie is trying to stress the importance of having hope and to never give up on something, even though it may seem bad. Excellent. Central idea, supportable, looks good. So these are just a few examples, and you go ahead and update and edit yours if you feel like you need to. If not, and you feel good about it, you're good, and I'll send you feedback. Email me with any questions, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Have a great long weekend. Bye.